More speed.
Yes, that's right. Word has it that Inazuma has undergone many changes of late. We hope to find fresh inspiration.
These guests are all bards, aren't they? Well, where's... Huh. Strange. He's pretty famous in Mondstadt. Huh? Why's that? Oh, Paimon sees what you're getting at. Even though Venti no longer... If he came rushing to Inazuma at the first mention of a festival, not only would it seem a little childish... Miss Honorary Knight, Paimon! It's Klee! Were you also invited to the... No, Albedo's the one who received the invitation. But because everyone in the Knights of Favonius has been really busy these days...
Greetings, Traveler and Paimon. After hearing that Inazuma was making preparations for the Irodori Festival...
Ha! Paimon knew it! Albedo's the one they've invited...
It seems that you already know why I'm here. Just so you're aware, I'll be using my pen... Oh, by the way, do you know where the International Trade Association is? I'll be...
Yeah, the International Trade Association is where you'll be staying in Inazuma. We'll be...
Great. Let's get going then.
Seeing the sun, rising day.
Time to get back out to sea.
Wow, it's so beautiful here! So many things I've never seen before.
Slow down, Klee. Please be careful not... Telling Klee so many stories about Inazuma during the trip was... As a result, she could hardly sleep all the way here. It appears she's even more excited now that we've arrived. Strange. It seems that the editorial director, Mr. Hiroyama, isn't here yet. Well, Mr. Hiroyama was supposed to meet with me and give me some reference materials about the 5 costumes.
You mean you had no idea what you'd be painting before you arrived in Inazuma?
I only know of the 5 kasen by name. Because of the sheer age of the tale, very little has been passed down to this day. So Mr. Hiroyama decided to help me collect... I'm the type of painter who can complete a painting quickly as long as I'm inspired. So I agreed on only receiving the details to...
So when do the paintings have to be done by?
According to the festival plans, the portraits will be revealed one at a time throughout the various stages of the Irodori Festival. The first one, depicting Suiko, will need to...
The day after tomorrow? Then you're already...
There's no need to panic. When I was working on light novel illustrations, because the manuscripts are shipped by boat, things were always tight and finished. Just last month, to ensure the latest book of A Legend of Sword would be finished for the Irodori Festival, I had to complete the final chapter's illustrations the same day. I heard that my illustrations were sent to print as soon as they arrived in Inazuma. I still don't...
Paimon isn't sure if she should feel sympathetic for your working conditions, or...
Of course, I would still prefer to receive any possible reference materials in advance.
Oh, right! The editors of the Yai Publishing House will all be... Who knows? Maybe Mr. Hiroyama's over there, too.
All right, it's worth a try. Klee, you haven't slept for a while.
Okie dokie. Don't worry, Albedo. I'll be on my best...
I should really make a decision.
This can't be happening. The moment we need... Kuroda and I will go back to Inazuma City for an emergency printing run. The demand for this book...
Despite everything, we're still lucky that we found out today. If this had happened a few days later, then we'd really be in boiling water. Hey, do you think that suspicious guy they found in the warehouse?
Well, the editorial director is on his way.
Sorry to interrupt, but what's going on?
Oh, hey, Traveler. Don't worry. It's nothing, just an internal issue. That's all.
I'm looking for the editorial director, Mr. Hirayama. Does anyone...
Mr. Hirayama...
Oh, hold on a second. Excuse me. But you must be Calx, the one who was...
Yes, that's me.
My name is Kuroda. You must be inquiring about information. I do apologize, but please make yourself comfortable at the International Trade Association, and I will let Mr. Hirayama...
Oh, no need. You guys look super busy, so we can go find him.
Excuse me, but is there something...
Huh? How did...
Since you were all aware that Mr. Hirayama needed to send me some supporting materials, that means the editorial... To add to that, despite being aware that I am Calx, you were still unwilling to let me go to Mr. Hirayama directly. After considering these factors, the only reason you would try to stall me is if something happened to a Legend of Sword.
Well, earlier today, someone spotted a suspicious outlander sneaking around inside the Iridori Festival warehouse. The Tenryou Commission was concerned about potential cargo theft, so they contacted everyone who was renting space in the warehouse. It was that...
What? The books are missing!
Shh, not so loud. Not only is this book an eagerly anticipated release in the last phase of the Iridori Festival, but the author, Chinyu, will be
Because of the dire situation, Mr. Hirayama immediately hurried to the warehouse to determine whether the theft was related to that suspicious outlander.
I see. It would be a great misfortune if a Legend of Sword would not be If Mr. Hirayama has gone to the warehouse at the docks, then...
So the author of A Legend of Sword is Jinyu. Sounds familiar.
Oh, do you know him?
Shincho would definitely be upset if he discovers his books are missing. Let's accompany Albedo to the warehouse, too. It's you! Why are you here?
I'm here on behalf of the Tenryou Commission, of course. Is that surprising?
No, Sarah, Paimon wasn't talking about you! So, Tone-Deaf Bard. The suspicious outlander in the warehouse wouldn't happen to be you, would it?
Considering the evidence, it appears that the suspicious outlander is... indeed me.
As I have told you, you are a suspect. Before your allegations of theft and illegal entry as a stowaway are cleared, you are to remain silent. Don't make me say it again. Traveler, Paimon, do you know this self-proclaimed bard from Mondstadt?
Listen, Sarah. Knowing him, it's safe to say that he wasn't behind the theft. But what's this about being a stowaway?
Although he claims to be a special guest for the Iridori Festival, he's failed to present his invitation letter. Therefore, we can only suspect that he might have entered the country illegally. And just a moment ago, We caught him in a dandelion wine crate near the Sailing Breeze. If it would help shed any light on the situation, then please, be my guest.
Oh, Venti!
Ouch, your words wound me. We've been apart for so long, and the moment we meet again, well, I'm greeted. You arrived in Inazuma via similar means, or so I heard.
Similar means?
I merely jest. Fear not, for the person who sent me the invitation is none other than Kamisato Ayato of Yashiro Commission. It's unlike—
But why weren't you on the same ship as the other bond?
Well, once I received the invitation letter, I couldn't help but want to come to Inazuma a little early. It was then that I happened upon a cargo ship. Once aboard, I found the captain to be a kindred spirit, and I was treated to an abundance of fine liquor along the way. I must have— And when I woke up, I found myself in this warehouse with a Tenryo Commission General glaring at me from atop the grate.
Coming from Venti, this story is quite believable. But it still feels a bit...
Excuse me, I'm the owner of the stolen goods from the IA publishing house. Based on what you just said, it seems you've been in the warehouse for some time now.
Actually, I did hear some faint footsteps around me a couple of times, but I...
But if you clearly heard something, why didn't you feel it was unusual?
Huh? What did you know?
When it comes to burglars, they are generally associated with prying or rummaging through. As for the sound of footsteps, because this is a warehouse where many goods are coming in and out each day,
I see. But if that's the case, then we're back to square one regarding the stolen.
No, not quite. From the facts that have been presented to us, first, whoever took the novels is not a spur-of-the-moment burglar. They had their sights on the— I knew you'd catch on, Traveler. One person couldn't possibly transport so many heavy books in such a short window of time. It must have been a team effort. It goes without saying that Venti clearly does not match up with our culprits.
Yes, I agree with your reasoning. Mr. Hirayama, the Tenryo Commission will continue by investigating the warehouse staff. If you come across any further clues, please notify us immediately.
Yes, understood. I'll leave it to you then.
I suppose I'm free as a bird then.
Not so fast. Even though we've cleared the theft allegations, we still haven't ascertained what—
Aw, 'tis a shame. I thought surely after my honest account you might let me off the hook.
Sarah's quite the meticulous one. So, where's your invitation letter, Venti?
Yes, the invitation letter. I'm truly sorry. I can't seem to remember where I may have put it.
How could you lose something so important?
Don't be mistaken. I was well aware of how important it was. But I didn't bring any luggage with me, and the letter— Strange. Though I had a little too much to drink, I know that I kept it in a secure place. I even recall being most pleased at coming up with a good idea at the time.
If you were holding the invitation in your hand the whole time, then why did you put it down?
Well, to properly compare the taste of Mondstadt wine and Inazuman sake, I had to hold a glass in each hand. I couldn't both hold the invitation and a glass at the same time. But surely I wouldn't put it in just any random place. It could easily be misplaced.
In which case, I believe there's only one place it could be. Have you figured it out, Traveler?
Huh? You're way ahead of Paimon. Do you two already know where the invitation letter is?
Ah, yes! I remember now. I knew you'd help me find it.
This is indeed an invitation letter issued by the Yashiro Commission. Now that we've confirmed this guest's identity, I have no further questions. However, starting tonight, I would advise you to stay at the International Trade Association. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be leaving now.
There goes Sara. All right, let's go talk to Mr. Hirayama about Albe.
Mr. Hirayama, I'm Calx. We had originally arranged to meet today.
Ah, yes, so you are, Calx. I'm very sorry that you've arrived in Inazuma only to find such a mess. These are the materials regarding the 5 Kasen. All the information that we could find is compiled here.
Let's see here. Yes, it's just as I had suspected. Monikers such as, though there were once many stories regarding each of the 5 Kasen, the validity of their contents can no longer be verified. But, at the very least, we know that most of the stories were written according to a similar style.
So, is the info useful for your paint?
To some extent, yes. However, I must admit that it is...
I am sorry that this information is not as exhaustive as you had hoped. However, it is not... Though Lady Yae did say that there are many variations of the story about the 5... So all you need to do is follow through with what's in your own heart, and create something that you yourself find.
That does sound like something Miko would say.
Thank you, Mr. Hirayama. No need to worry.
Great. I'll leave it to you then, Calx. Oh, and there's one more thing I need to ask of everyone. Tomorrow morning, Mr. Genyu, the author of A Legend of Sword, will be arriving in Inazuma by boat. If you see him, please do not. Whether the stolen books are eventually recovered or not, the Yae Publishing House will do its best to ensure... you have my...
Well, seems there's nothing more we can do here. Let's go. Huh? Betty?
Traveler, Albedo, would you mind coming over here for a moment?
Gather!
Venti? A piece of paper?
Indeed. When I awakened to find myself in the warehouse this morning, I didn't think much of it then. I thought it was merely a scrap piece of paper, but on second thought,
Let me see. Suiko chapter.
The story told in this poem roughly boils down to Suiko getting tipsy and letting some poems that were... This story sounds familiar to my ear. Where have I heard it?
Seriously? It's literally the same story you just...
Oh, indeed.
Yes, I concur. The person who left this paper could quite possibly be the criminal. But why leave the paper here in such a fashion? And it...
All right, let's not get ahead of our... Meeting together in Inazuma like this is a most rare occasion. Since we've been busy from the start of the day...
Hey! You just sobered up and you're already thinking about more drink... and let's not forget that Albedo still has a portrait to complete.
No, it's fine. Let's all go for a drink together.
Wait a minute! What about your portrait?
As I mentioned before, I'm the kind of artist who can work quickly once I'm inspired. And now, it seems I've found my... If I use a model as reference for the piece...
In that case... We'll need to order more dishes. One year, the poet Suiko made his way to Tenshukaku and presented the Kasen's work for the shogun's perusal. But a page from the works of Aoi no Okina had been torn out, and Suiko was questioned regarding the matter. Suiko pleaded guilty. He admitted to drinking at the tavern the night before, and vaguely recalled a mysterious figure approaching while he was intoxicated.
Wow, you really came through, Albedo. You were able to complete the first portrait before the opening ceremony.
Yes, it really is a sight to behold. Not only does it harken to the traditional style of Inazuma, but it also makes use of modern aesthetics. My figure is
Hey, don't get too full of yourself, Tone Deaf Bard. You were just a model. The person in the artwork isn't... Well, Albedo, who will be...
The next one will be Aoi no Okina of the 5 Kasen.
Albedo, might I suggest waiting a little before starting on the next one? Who knows? You might soon just...
Another story?
I believe he's referring to the possibility of finding another paper with tales of the 5 Kasen. According to the reference materials I was given, we've only found the first...
Do you think the mysterious person who left the first paper will strike again?
It certainly is a possibility. Also, there are some points regarding the stories of the... For example, the reference materials make mention of 5 legendary figures. Yet, it appears that throughout all the stories, there is...
Yes, I'm also curious about these stories myself. But who knows? They may merely be akin to the... So for now, we need but just...
Fingers crossed he comes traveling with me.
Crowdsourcing competition is now underway. Take part.
You want to learn Favonia's blade work? All right then, I'll teach you. Oh yes, I'll teach you all right. Mark my word.
An blessing now 10% off.
More speed.
What a coincidence. I was wondering where I might be able to find you, and here you are. Can't I come and see you when nothing is up? Alright, as much as I'd like to sit and chat with you, before bringing Klee here, I told her many stories about Inazuma. It got her very excited to... However, I've got other things to do in Inazuma this time besides paint. Inazuma is not like Mondstadt. I can't just let Klee wander off by herself when I'm busy with other things. She hasn't complained, but... Fortunately, I now have you.
Yay! Miss Honorary Knight's here! What you talking about, Miss Honorary Knight? Are we gonna... Yeah! But Albedo is real... Aw, Klee, you're such a Paimon's very thoughtful, thank you very much! Paimon always thinks of you whenever she's eating a delicious slime. Yeah! Smart. Anyway, it is pretty cruel not to let Klee go out when she was so excited to come. Yep. Allow the almighty traveler and dependable Paimon to bring Klee on a tour of Inazuma.
Klee, do you want to go play with Miss Honorary Knight?
Yay! You bet I do!
As you know, Klee is our Spark Knight. You must keep her safe and sound. By which I mean, try to keep her out of trouble. For instance, if a mountain in Inazuma was to lose one of its peaks, or if there were an explosion somewhere in the city, Klee could very well get in trouble. Glad to hear it.
I promise I'll bring you back an awesome souvenir, Mr. Albedo.
Great. I look forward to it.
And win prizes.
There are loads of cool things to do in Inazuma. Try the local cuisine, visit a shrine. What do you want to do, Klee? Cuisine? What's that? You know, food and drink. Paimon just meant we could take you to a local restaurant. A restaurant? Yay! Snack time! Got it! All right, snack time it is. Let's go! Wow, something smells so good. I think it's coming from the steaming thingy. Miss Honorary Knight, look at this noodly soup. It's so pretty.
It's not noodly soup. It's tonkotsu ramen, actually.
Oh, so, what yellow and red thingies on that plate.
You're kidding, right? Those are tri-flavored skewers.
And what about this little yellow cake?
That's an egg roll. They're amazing. Have you really not tried one before?
Wow, tonkotsu ramen, tri-flavored skewers, and egg rolls. They all sound delicious.
They sure are. Guess you're not from around here if you haven't tried any of. Let me buy you an egg roll with my allowance so you can get a taste of our Inazuman food.
Really? But Master Jean said I shouldn't go taking other people's things.
Also, that's your allowance, right? Taking another kid's allowance just seems kind.
Oh, I remember you. You're Yoimiya's friend.
Egg rolls are a piece of cake for this gal. Why don't you make some for Cree and Iwao?
Really?
Wow, Paimon is so touched. You're learning. All right, we'll be waiting on those egg rolls.
Aristocratic etiquette is all just for show. Just smile and nod along.
Miss Honorary Knight, what do egg rolls taste like?
Special yakitori for sale. Come and try some.
Wow, you really can cook them. You're awesome, ma'am.
It's sweet. So yummy.
Yep. It's delicious. Traveler, you are the best.
Yeah, these egg rolls are pretty good, but I still think Yoimiya's are better.
Who is Yoimiya? She makes egg rolls too?
Yoimiya can do anything. She tells stories, keeps goldfish, makes fireworks, and gives us candy too. Yoimiya's pretty much the best and most awesome person ever.
For me, the best, most awesome person in the world is my mom. And Clee knows loads of other great people too, like Mr. Albedo, Miss Honorary Knight, Master Jean, Kaya.
Surely she's not going to name everyone she knows.
Oh, well, I don't know any of those people. But anyways, I still want to introduce you to Yoimiya. If you want, I'll take you to find her. In most festivals, Yoimiya's so busy that you can never find her. But this festival's different. She has free time, so she can play with us. She seems like she hasn't been in a great mood recently. But maybe seeing you will cheer her up.
Okay, let's go play with Yoimiya.
Special yakitori for sale. Come and try some.
Yoimiya, don't be sad. Yesterday, I won 3 beetle fights in a row against that guy with the horns on his head.
Wow, Matsuzaka. Nice work. It's not easy to beat Ito.
Don't worry, Yoimiya. Maybe you can't light fireworks during the Iridori Festival, but there are still lots of other
I know. Thanks, you guys. It's just that fireworks are banned in the city for a few days.
Yoimiya, it's me! I want to introduce you to a new friend, an Outlander girl. I just met her. Wait, what?
Klee! My name is Klee.
Nice to meet you, Klee. I'm Yui Mia, and I run Naganahara Fireworks.
Hello.
I love the cute outfit, with the hat and the cool little symbols. So unique. And your backpack, wow, it's really well made.
That's a 4-leaf clover. Mom and Master Jean said it can bring me good luck.
Really? That's awesome! I bet everyone would love one of those. Also, that little fairy on your backpack is super cute, too.
That's Dodoko, my best friend. We always go fish blasting together in Starfell Lake.
Oh, Dodoko? What an interesting name. I really like it.
Yep. My mom says that when a Dodoko is born, it rides the wind and goes off on a big adventure.
Ride the wind and go off on a big adventure? Klee, your mom sounds like a very cool person.
Yep, my mom is the best and most awesome person ever. And Yoimiya, Iwao was right. You're a really cool person too.
Thanks, Klee. I feel like we really get each other. We'll be great friends, I'm sure of it.
It's so heartwarming watching these two chat away.
Hey! Klee! Since you like 4-leaf clover so much, why don't I make a firework with a 4-leaf clover pattern and set it off for you?
Yeah! And after the fireworks, we can go fish blasting with Dodoko.
Hold on a second. Fish blasting?
Oh, oops. I got so excited that I completely forgot about that. The folks from the Yashiro Commission specifically warned me that no fireworks are allowed in Inazuma during the Iridori Festival.
What? It's not allowed? But... Aww... Okay then.
Hey, come on! You just made a new friend! This is a happy occasion. Yeah, we still have loads of things we can do. Right, just like Saika said, there are lots of fun things to do.
What do you say, Klee? Sounds like the Iridori Festival could be a real blast.
Okay then, let's go!
You want to learn some Favonia's blade work? All right then, I'll teach you. Oh yes, I'll teach you all right. Mark my words. Knights and aristocrats share the same cultural heritage, but the Knights had enough sense to do away with all the superfluous detail. More speed. You want to learn some Favonia's blade work?
Freeze to the core!
Here we are, the venue of the Iridori Festival. What?
Outlander Brigade. When the wind of death blew towards the blonde samurai?
By Kawabunga Iki. Yoimiya,
Who's this Kawabunga? It's pronounced Kayabuki Ike. That would be me. Outlander Brigade is a new series of mine, and When the Wind of Death Blew Towards the Blonde Samurai is the first volume.
Outlander's big grade? Kaya says that every good story has to have best friends in it.
Absolutely not. I would never allow such cliches in one of my novels. This is a book about betrayal, blood, and tears. A long and lonely struggle. A stubborn samurai's path to the truth. This is the kind of story that needs—
Oh, is that right? Well, I'm not sure that's a very, suitable story for Klee. We might keep looking around.
Hey, miss! Don't go! Are you sure you don't want a copy? I'll give you 40% off!
Check out our fairy tale picture books. Suitable for all ages.
Flowers for Princess Fischl. Oh, look!
That's right! Flowers for Princess Fischl. Have you read this?
Nope. But Aunt Fischl always hangs out with Oz. Everyone in the Adventurers Guild knows. I wonder if...
Oh, Klee, I'm afraid it can't be helped. There are a lot of flammable...
Darn. It seems like even the Iridori Festival can't cheer Klee and Yoimiya up. There must be plenty of things you can do with Dodoko besides lighting fireworks and going fish black.
Yeah, like, Wait, so that's what you're suggesting?
That's right! The Iridori Festival is a place for putting your work on display. You could show Dodoko's story bingo! What do you think of that idea, Klee?
Mr. Albedo taught me how to paint. I can paint the story of Dodoko.
That's very imaginative! We could even put the finished story on display at the festival.
Yay! Great!
Perfect! Okay, so I have some paper, paintbrushes, and paint.
Yay! Let's go! Let's go!
Please, get in line
Those
over
two
here.
can run so fast when they're motivated. We better catch up.
Come on. Don't be upset. Why do things have to be this way?
Outlander Brigade will definitely be a big hit.
You want the latest issue? Thanks for your support. I really want to invite
Please, get in line over here.
Don't be upset. Why do things have to be this way?
I just had a discussion, and we've decided...
We're gonna keep the content of the story a secret from you.
Obviously, I can't tell you. You can keep exploring the festival. Well, wait.
Come on, Yoimiya, we should get going. Let's go inside and start painting.
Oh, Paimon was hoping that we could all paint together. Actually, Paimon's got an idea.
I still think we should change it. This part is a bit boring. No, I think it's fine as it is. I like this job.
So, what does Dodoko do after getting to Inazuma?
Dodoko goes to eat tri-flavored stew.
Ooh, that sounds great! Is that what you're painting? It looks beautiful! Once you're done painting, let's go get it printed. We'll print a whole bunch of copies and go hand them out at the festival. Although it'll cost a lot more to get it printed. Let me see if I've got enough saved up.
It's okay, Yoimiya. I have some Mora. Look.
50 Mora is probably not quite enough. Well, if we don't have enough, we can ask the Traveler for ideas.
Miss Honorary Knight has helped a lot already. I don't want to trouble her. So, I think I should just go fish blasting to earn some Mora.
No fish blasting. Paimon and the Traveler said so.
Oh, then we've got no choice. We'll have to go see Mr. Albedo.
Who's Mr. Albedo?
He's my older brother. He's super duper smart. He can do anything. And he knows how to paint, too. He paints Hilly Charles, Kaya, and even Dodoko. That's why he came to Inazuma this time, to do paintings for everyone.
Oh, is that right? Then I guess Mr. Albedo must be an artist working with the iPublishing House.
An artist? Oh, that means he has 2 jobs. One as an alchemist, teaching Sucrose alchemy, and the other as an artist, doing paintings for people. Yoimiya, let me show you something. Mr. Albedo taught me you can paint Dodoko's color like this.
Wow, I can see the resemblance. All right, I'll paint the streets, and Klee, you fill in Dodoko's colors. Hey, you can even write the story over here to explain what's happening in the painting.
Okay, let's write this.
Oh.
Shoot! Paimon didn't hear the last part.
Dodoko sure had a lot of fun in Inazuma.
Those 2 sound like they really did go on an adventure with Dodoko. They couldn't be happier.
Now, we have to get Dodoko's story printed. Come on, let's go to the iPublishing House.
Should change it. This part is a bit boring.
More speed.
Welcome to Bantan Sangha Detectives. What will you have me solve?
Here we are. This is the Yai Publishing House.
Yai Publishing House. Ooh, it's Auntie Aratani. I know Auntie Aratani.
Auntie? Who's that calling me Auntie? Oh, it's the little girl who came with Mr. Calx. How can I help you, little girl?
Auntie Aratani, can you help me get Dodoko's story?
Dodoko? Oh, so you've been writing a story, huh? Is...
Not only that, Dodoko is also real. Look!
Huh? I don't quite
We'd better explain this to her.
Oh, I see. Oh, the deadline has passed for accepting printing orders for the Iridori Festival.
Auntie, are you saying Dodoko won't be able to meet everyone after all?
Oh...
Oh, Klee, don't be upset. You still have me and the Traveler. We'll think of something. Miss Aratani, is there any way at all we can pay extra? And if you're short on staff to help with the printing, I can pitch in.
Miss Yoimiya, I understand your sentiment, but we've been printing many people's personal works for this festival, and a lot of the books are already well behind schedule. The printing press is already working overtime to try and catch up. At a time like this, we really can't squeeze any more jobs in.
What do we do? Seems like...
No, I won't let that happen. I remember this one time when I was little. Pop said he'd take me to the festival, but he was so busy with work that I waited and waited and kept wondering when Pops was finally gonna take me there. That night, I cried miserably. To this day, I still remember how sad I felt. I don't want Klee to feel the same way. If we can't get it printed, then we'll just have to find our own way. I can paint. Over the next few days, I'll paint as many as I can. Then we'll take...
My. Yoimiya has quite a determined spirit.
It's Miko, and Albedo too!
We heard everything.
Oh, Lady Ai.
It's okay, I know. You were just following the rules. Plus, we really are quite behind schedule with the printing. But our mission at Yae Publishing House is to bring dreams and happiness to the masses. It would be a crying shame if we couldn't even help one adorable little girl fulfill her wish. Let me think. Oh, I know. Yoimiya, little girl, you can print your book, but on one condition, okay?
Of course, Lady Guji. Just tell us. Whatever this condition is, I am ready to face it.
Dear me, it's nothing that horrendous. You make it sound like I'm some sort of wicked witch. All I mean is, if you want to get your work printed now, there is only one way. You have to combine it with another print. However, there is only a small amount of space remaining in the book in question. Your book is too big, so you have to reduce it to about half the size to make it fit. Is this a sacrifice that you're willing to make?
Klee, Lady Guji is saying that we can print the book if we shrink it to half the size. Are you okay with that?
Yup, I am! Thanks, Miss Guji lady!
What an adorable little girl. Well, that settles it. Aratani, make sure it gets printed with tonight's batch.
Yes, Lady Ai. I'll get right on it.
Combining the prints is a plausible solution, but it'll cause a lot of extra work for the printing press. I am terribly sorry about that.
No problem. Just think of it as my greeting gift for little Klee. Besides, the Yae Publishing House will need your help with the illustrations again next time, Mr. Calx. You could also consider it as my investment in you, All right, I won't disturb you two any longer. Bye-bye now.
Yay! Everything worked out perfectly. Now, we just need to wait for an update from the Yae Publishing House.
Yoimiya, Traveler. Thank you for keeping Klee so exceptionally well entertained for me.
No worries.
Yes, you're right. Klee is family, after all.
The passenger ship from Liyue that we're supposed to meet should be arriving soon. Let's go to the docks.
How about I just do it in a parallel universe? Just
You know that Shincho will be on board, right? So we should be careful not... You must be visiting from Liyue to participate in the Iridori Festival. Well, huh? Is it Paimon, or have we met somewhere?
Yes, in fact we have. I'm Shu from Feiyun Commerce Guild. Aboard this ship we have calligraphers, painters, and even the inventor of Theater Mechanicus previously came to the Feiyun Commerce Guild seeking investment. Although the guild manager was not interested, Master still wanted to... We heard that they'd be demonstrating the game and letting people try Theater Mechanicus at the Iridori Festival. So the guild manager instructed Master and I to take the opportunity to come to Inazuma and investigate the product's potential.
Oh, speaking of which, where's the...
Master, he's,
Whoa! Shincho's just sitting there.
What? Oh. It's the Traveler and Paimon. I presume you're guests in...
Oh, we aren't actually guests. We're actually guides for the Iridori...
Please, no need to worry. I was a little too caught up in a novel on the voyage here. When I finally realized what time it was, the first rays of dawn were already peeking over the... Yes, now that we've arrived, the Kanjo Commission will likely wish to inspect our invitation letter. Let's keep it in hand, shall we? Huh? That's odd. There was a piece of paper underneath my bag. Strange.
Ooh, let Paimon have a look. Oh, there's no doubt about it. It's from the same series as the story we found before. Even the handwriting looks exactly the same.
The story you found before?
Oh, yeah! In the warehouse down by the... Yeah, that's it! A friend of ours is on Rito to paint portraits of the 5 Kasen. You know, as part of the Iridori Festival. Poetic stories about the 5 Kasen have been... If you can find one of the stories and give it to this friend of ours, then there's a chance you'll become the model for the next portrait.
Wait a moment. So you mean that...
Hey! It's hard coming up with stuff on the spot like that.
There's a chance of meeting Calx in person?
Huh? Oh, yeah. You could say that.
Really? That's wonderful! I knew that Calx would attend the Irodori Festival, but convincing my father to let me come to Inazuma was proving to be quite the high hurdle. I had to really rack my mind to come up with the excuse of evaluating the investment value of Theater Mechanicus. Just a few days later, word then came that Calx would be busy painting portraits of the 5 Kasen during the festival. It is a most rare opportunity for both Calx and I to be in Inazuma together, but it seemed he would be too busy with the portraits to meet with me. So, I felt quite disappointed for some time now.
Don't worry, Shincho. Even though Calx has work to do, he still has time to see friends. We can take you to see him right now. Also, we heard that Calx did illustrations for your A Legend of Sword novel.
So you've already heard. To be honest, my works have drawn little interest in Liyue. However, the novels are selling quite well. Calx is not only a skilled artist, but he also carries out his craft with great alacrity. I heard that it took him merely a few hours to finish the illustrations for the late... But when I looked at the art, the brushwork did not even look the slightest bit rushed. Oh my, I was beginning to get carried away there. Let us depart, quickly now.
Luckily, the idea of meeting Albedo managed to draw Xingqiu's attention and keep the situation.
Seeing the sun rising day after day.